Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have week 7 of the BHDL7, and that is going to be against Cody. He is a strong competitive battler and seasoned draft leaguer and competitive player at this point. And yeah, so this is, I believe, our second game here on Scarlet and Violet. We'll go ahead and get the battle on its way here. And so we are disclosing our Terra captains. We told him what we got. Looks like he's got Terra Bug Okadogi and Terra Dark Iron Jugulus. So there he is. IGN's going to be Cody, of course. And let's see what he has in store for us. So we already know he's got the Okadogi and the Iron Jugulus. So we already know that. He's also got the Dragapult. He's got the Primarina. He's got the Dunsparce. And he's got the Ogerpon Hearthflame. Alright, so this is basically what I was expecting from him. This is pretty much almost exactly what I was expecting from him. So I wasn't 100% sure about the Ogerpon Hearthflame, if it was going to be that or Donphan were kind of the two that I was kicking around that it might be. Our plan was to lead with the Tinglu in this one actually going in, and I don't see anything that changes that math, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, and we will see how that works out. Not going to lie to you guys, pretty nervous about this one because this is a very important game for us here. We're kind of on the razor's edge of making playoffs right now, winding down the season, so I'm not sure if we have a good matchup or not this week. Not sure about the prep, if it's good or not, but we're going to do our best and see what happens. So there he is, and he is going to lead with the Ogerpon, interestingly enough, as we led with the Tinglu. So I actually kind of wasn't expecting that. He does have the Mold Breaker coming into play. We've got the Vessel of Ruin to cut special attack. So we have a tough choice to make right out of the gate here. So I'm not sure. I think we do survive, I believe, unless he's like... I think we survive an attack from this thing no matter what. I believe we do survive an attack from this thing no matter what. So I kind of want to... Unfortunately, we don't have the firepower to KO this thing in return. But we do have something that may come into play in this match here on us, a weakness policy. So what I want to do, because even if we go for Stone Edge, it's not enough to KO here, so I feel like we go for Earthquake. That's the stable play. See what he wants to do. So we're going to click Earthquake. Maybe he trips the weakness policy. He does just go for a substitute, actually, interestingly enough. So he's going to be a subset, which is kind of fine. We're going to go for an Earthquake. That's definitely more than enough to break the substitute. So that's fine. So yeah, that's not a bad first turn for us. So I don't think that he may or may not want to continue to play this game. So we could decide to go for the Stone Edge. The problem is if he wants to keep playing the sub game, we don't want to miss. So that could be a problem. So we have to think about how we want to play this. I think it would be nice if he actually Trailblazed. I kind of want a Stone Edge. Kind of want a Stone Edge this time, actually, because I feel like he might go into Jugulus. So yeah, I kind of want a Stone Edge, so we're going to do that and hope we don't miss. He does Horn Leech us, which does quite a lot of damage, actually. Takes us down by about 50%. He gets HP back. That is going to go ahead and trip our weakness policy to go ahead and boost our attack and special attack. We just need to hit this Stone Edge. We're going to get those attack raises. We go for the Stone Edge here. We do connect, thankfully, and it is enough to destroy that Ogerpon and knock him down to 5 Pokemon. So the weakness policy, Tinglu, did pay dividends there for us, so that's pretty amazing. Ogerpon is down, and he is down to 5. So that is definitely a big potential threat out of the way for us. So Now we want to see what he wants to come in with in response. We are at, you know, +2 with the Ting Lu right now, which definitely could be a scary prospect for him. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Dragapult. So unfortunately, we are within range that we would probably get taken out by an attack from this thing. So we're sitting at a little over 50% here. Let's see here. So we are sitting at a little over 50% here. So I think actually maybe the only way that he takes us out is if he's like choice item. So I feel like it's probably worth staying in here and trying to hit him. Or maybe trying to get a Stealth Rock up, actually. I think that might be worth it at this point. Yeah, I think that's actually kind of worth it. So let's try to get a Stealth Rock up, see what he wants to do. He does go for a Will-O-Wisp, interestingly enough. So he Will-O-Wisps and burns us, which does suck. But the good news about this is that we are going to go ahead and get a nice Stealth Rock up in return, which is going to be really important this game, I think, because... it's going to be really important because he has no hazard removal. So we are going to take some damage from the burn. Ting Lu is kind of crippled. But I think we might actually be breaking even at this point. So I think with that information, I don't know that we really have any reason to switch out here at this point. So I think that our best play, we could... I think Throat Chop's probably our best play, so we're going to go for that here, as he does U-turn, which does chip us, but we do survive it. So we are going to get a Throat Chop on something to get some chip damage. We could have gone for like an Earthquake or a Stone Edge, predicting something, but it's really just a deadly guessing game at this point as to what he might do. So he's got Willow and U-turn, so he's not choice on the Dragapult, which is great information. So that's actually really good. So now he's going to come in with the Primarina. He is going to take some Stealth Rock damage, and we are going to Throat Chop him, which does actually do a respectable amount of damage, which is nice. We do get a crit, that's why. So we get some nice chip damage on the Primarina, and then we are going to take more burn damage. So at this point, I see no reason to try and switch. We don't want to give him a free turn to set up if that's what he decides to do. So not much to think about here. We're just going to click Earthquake. He may well just outspeed us and KO us, which he does with the Moon Blast. That's fine. But Ting Lu did a lot of work in that game. So we are down with Ting Lu, and we go down to 5. But that's okay because Ting Lu more than did its job in that game. Absolutely more than did its job in that game. So now we're going to come in with Rotom. I think that's definitely the smart play. Oh, and actually, did he take Stealth Rock damage? I think he might have when he switched in. I don't remember. But we definitely come in with Rotom here, and he has no electric immunity, or actually at this point he has one electric resist, the Dragapult. So Choice Specs Volt Switch is very free in this situation, so we're going to do just that. We should outspeed him if he stays in, but of course he's not going to. Going to switch out, and he will switch into, I believe that is the Dragapult. Okay, so that thing is in. Take some Stealth Rock damage. That thing is not boots either. We're going to get a nice Choice Specs Volt Switch, which does some respectable chip damage to that thing, and we are going to get the pivot out as well. So looking not too bad at this point. We have to decide what we want to bring in. We know this thing has Will-O-Wisp and U-turn, so it looks to be more of a support set. So the problem here is we could come in with Goodra, and we could Terra out of the Dragon weakness. We could come in with Spectre, but that kind of lets the cat out of the bag that we're Scarf for sure, because there'd be absolutely no reason for us to come in on that thing with Spectre if we were not Scarf. So we don't want to do that. I kind of, as much as I don't want to come in with Pheasantipity really either, because he could Will-O-Wisp us, but I do think that's the best course of action right now is Pheasantipity, honestly. So we are going to come in with Pheasantipity, actually, because even though I really don't want to take a Will-O-Wisp burn because we're a physical set, I think that that's the lesser of all the evils. So he may well fear the play rough and not want to risk getting KO'd with a play rough, so he probably doesn't risk staying in at this point. So our question is, how do we want... He probably just U-turns out, if I had to guess, I would say, because he probably doesn't want to risk missing the Will-O-Wisp. He doesn't have the best of switches into a play rough, actually. But all the same, I do think U-turn's probably the better play just to keep the momentum going. So we're going to hit U-turn, see what he wants to do. Yeah, he just switches out. Yeah, he doesn't want to risk losing the Dragapult. So he is just going to go ahead and switch into the Okidogi. That thing is going to take some Stealth Rock damage. We do go for a nice U-turn here, which does... I don't even think that the amount of damage that did, I don't even think registered. So that's probably like a max Fizz Def Okidogi. More than likely. It is Terra Bug as well, which is interesting to note. So the question now is, the Okidogi has kind of been one of my bigger worries in this matchup, honestly, and I'm not 100% sure how I want to play it against this thing. We could come in with Spectrier, and then provided he doesn't Terra, we could hit him up with a nice Psychic. I feel like Spectrier is probably the play here, so we're going to come in with Spectrier. We really have to be careful how we play Spectrier, obviously, because he's got the Dunsparce. He is going to go ahead and he's going to get some HP back with the leftovers, which is confirmation that he's not Assault Vest or anything like that, so that's good information. So the Okidogi is going to be leftovers, and so we have to be careful about how we deal with this thing. I think we could obviously easily bait the Terra at this point. I feel like going Psychic is the play at this point. I feel like going Psychic is definitely the play, so that's what we're going to do. If he Terras, so be it. At least it'll be out of the way. But yeah, I think that's the play. No, he is going to go for a switch. Okay, he's probably going to go to Dunsparce if I had to guess. More than likely, I think that is going to be, yep, there's the Dunsparce. So that thing's in, does take some Stealth Rock damage, as we are going to go for a nice Psychic here. So that is going to get some decent chip damage on that thing, actually, and then he is going to get some HP back with his leftovers. And so I feel like it's probably not a 2-hit KO from there, unfortunately. So what do we switch into against the Dunsparce is the question. What do we switch into? We could try to chip it down further with a Psychic, but I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to, but I also kind of don't want to. So I kind of want to switch into Goodra, honestly, although I'm not sure how much damage we will get. I partially want to switch into Hitmonlee, but that is a super big risk. That is a super big risk if we do that. Yeah, I don't know. He probably just Stealth Rocks or something. Let's make the Goodra switch. Based on the amount of damage Psychic did, I feel like I don't know that he's specially invested. So let's just come in with Goodra. We are specially defensive, so if he's specially offensive, we should take it to attack. He does Shadow Ball, so that's kind of fine. That should just kind of bounce off. Yeah, that did nothing to Goodra, so we probably could have tanked that with Spectrier even, honestly. So we get some leftovers recovery. He's going to get some leftovers recovery. So he's Shadow Ball. Okay, so now what do we do? So what's his switch into Goodra? He does not want to lose this thing because then Spectrier could just kind of go wild on him a little bit. So he definitely doesn't want to lose this thing. So he definitely switches. So his switch is either Primarina. I don't think it's Okidogi, honestly. Here's where we could Terra, honestly. We could Terra Poison to get max damage output for the Sludge Wave. He could go. It would be super risky if he went into Dragapult. So I don't see that. I don't want to Terra just yet, I don't think. So let's just fire off a Sludge Wave and see what he wants to do. What's he gonna do? Yeah, he does switch, so there's no way he stays in there. He can't risk it. So what does he switch into here? That is gonna be the Primarina. Perfect. Okay, so that thing's in, gets the hit with the Stealth Rock. We go for the Sludge Wave for max special attack. Is it enough to take this thing out? not quite. It's not quite enough to take it out. If we only had Terra there, we would have taken it out. So we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers. And so we have an interesting choice on our hands here, because unless this Primarina is pretty massively speed invested, we are going to outspeed it here. I feel like he might actually be defensively invested. He could be Assault Vest, actually. That's possible. He could definitely be Assault Vest based on how well he took that. Yeah, he's got to be Assault Vest based on how well he took that Sludge Wave. So I feel like the Moonblast could definitely be coming here. Do we Terra Poison to resist it? He could overpredict too. I don't know what to do. Let's Sludge Wave. Okay, we do just outspeed him to grab the KO. Okay, so we held our Terra, so that's good. Primarina is down, and he goes down to 4 Pokemon. So I'm very comfortable with that exchange. That's fine. So we got to hold our Terra, which is good, and we got rid of the Primarina. So it surviving on minimal HP there did not matter. So that's fine. So now we'll see what he wants to come in with. It is going to be the Ukadoogie. So that thing's in. It takes some Stealth Rock damage. So the good thing is here, because we are Terra Poison, we do resist both of this thing's stab moves if we choose to Terra it here. I don't know if I want to do that or not. He is obviously Terra Bug, so he could bust that out. I kind of want to just Terra Poison and then hit this thing as hard as possible with like a Draco Meteor, because honestly the biggest barrier to our success in this match, in my opinion, is gonna be this Ukadoogie. I think this is probably our biggest hurdle to overcome in this game, is going to be this Ukadoogie. So I think we're going to need Terra Poison Goodra to stand up to it. So I don't think we grab the KO by any stretch of the imagination here, but we hit him as hard as we can with the Draco Meteor. I think that's the play, so that's what we're going to do. So we are going to bust out our Terra now to resist both of his stab moves. So going to go Terra Poison Goodra. He could just, I suppose, just knock off as well, but I think this is the best we got at this point. So we're going to go for that Terra Poison Goodra. He is going to bulk up, okay, so he predicted a switch on our side. He goes bulk up, gets an attack and defense increase, interestingly enough, as we hit him up with a nice Draco Meteor. How much is it doing? A lot of damage, does a lot of damage, takes him down to about a quarter, third HP, so that is great damage. He gets some HP back with the leftovers. Bulk up. And he is leftovers, so he's got like leftovers on basically everything this week. So yeah, I mean, I think we just click Draco again. I don't know if it's enough to KO now, but I think we just click Draco again. That's the play. He is, oh, Psychic Fang, that's bad. We do take it though, just barely. We get a speed drop with Gooey. We go for the next Draco Meteor. We do connect. Is it enough to take this thing out? No, it's not quite enough to take this thing out. Unfortunately, lives on like 2 HP. Really unfortunate. We snag some HP back with the leftovers. He gets HP back with the leftovers as well. So that's really unfortunate that we missed the KO there. But this thing is very chipped at this point, which is good. So okay. So now what do we do? Now what do we do? Do we try to switch to save Goodra is the question. We know he's got Psychic Fangs. I don't know that there's really anything we want to switch in against this thing. That's the problem. I don't think we want to switch anything in against this thing. Do we just let Goodra go? I think we probably let Goodra go here. I think that's the right move. Yeah, I think that's the right move. We'll just click Draco again. What does he do? Okay, we actually, oh, because of the speed drop, we actually outspeed him this turn because of the Gooey on Goodra paying dividends there, actually. And we grabbed the KO with another Draco Meteor, so Goodra with the Gooey coming in clutch in that moment there, taking the Ukidoogie out and dropping him down to 3. So that's an incredible turn of events for us there. That is absolutely incredible. So Goodra putting in the work there. Ukidoogie is down as now he comes in with the Iron Jugulus, takes some Stealth Rock damage, and no booster energy, so that's good to note. I feel like Goodra might actually be super useful, maybe, for taking on the Dunsparce. So I partially want to save Goodra to take that Dunsparce on, actually. So yeah, we're gonna actually switch to Pheasantipity here to save the Goodra. Yeah, we're gonna switch to Pheasantipity here. So we'll see what he wants to do. So Pheasantipity is in. What does he go for here? He is going to go ahead and bust out his Terra. He may go for the... he's Terra Dark, obviously. We know that. So he is going to go into Terra Dark, Iron Jugulus. Does he go for the Dark Pulse, though? That's the question. Or does he go for like an Earth Power or something? So he goes Dark Pulse. That's fine. We do resist it. How much damage is it doing? Not much, honestly, not much. So I'm perfectly fine with that exchange. So we do get some HP back with the Black Sludge, and so I think what we want to do in this situation, we are ahead, so there's no need to make any risky predictions at this point. So I think we just click U-turn. I think that's the play. So he is going to go for the switch, wanting to preserve that thing. And so he is going to switch into, that is going to be the Dunsparce. So that thing is in, takes some more Stealth Rock damage. We are going to go for a nice U-turn on this thing. Does chip this thing down pretty far, actually. We're going to give him the Rattled Speed boost, though, which is interesting because he got hit with a bug attack. No Toxic Chain, but now we get to bring something in to face this thing. And so actually I think this is the point in time where I think we can actually come in with our Hitmonlee. I think that is actually the play at this point. So we're going to come in with Hitmonlee, and he is going to get some HP back with the leftovers. That's fine. I think we may be in the driver's seat with Hitmonlee here, possibly. So we're going to go for that nice fake out. He could easily switch, but I think that's fine because I think either way we're going to go ahead and fake out, do the whole fake out normal gem thing. He is going to switch, so that's fine. He probably goes into the Dragapult more than likely. I think that is going to be, yeah, it is the Dragapult. So that thing's in. Takes some Stealth Rock damage, putting him below half. We're going to go for the fake out. It is not going to pop the normal gem, though. Okay, so that is, okay. So, interesting. So we do not actually get to pop the normal gem there. Interesting. Okay, so I think Hitmonlee might still be the key here. I don't know what he goes for because we know he's not Specs, so I don't think there's anything he can go for that actually takes us out here. So I think we just knock off, honestly. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so we are going to take a burn there. I do still think the knockoff gets the job done here. So he burns us with the Willow. That's unfortunate. We go for a return knockoff here, and not quite enough to take this thing out. Once again, not enough. Knocks off the Yaichi Berry, which is interesting, and then we take some burn damage. So Hitmonlee is burned, which is not great, but I think that's fine, honestly. I think that's fine. It might be fine. I think it might be fine. With Hitmonlee burned, I feel like there's no reason to... I mean, I guess... I don't know what he could go for that would really be that... I feel like the next knockoff just grabs the KO regardless, so let's just do that. He does go for a flamethrower, okay. So Hitmonlee's not bulky, but we do take that well enough, and then we kill this thing with a knockoff. That's totally fine. So Dragapult's down, he's down to 2, so I'm completely fine with that. So Hitmonlee, going to take some more burn damage there. I think that's okay, though, because his last 2 Pokemon are, in fact, weak to fighting. So I think that's okay. So I don't think the burn is going to be enough to save him at this point from Hitmonlee. So he does come in with the Jugulus. He is going to take another round of Stealth Rock damage. And so we have a little bit of a choice to make. Obviously, I want to switch Hitmonlee out, obviously. So we could switch into Goodra. So we have a choice. We can go Goodra or we can go Pheasantipity. Pheasantipity resists the Dark Pulse, obviously, but I expect him to have maybe like Earth Power or something. Pheasantipity could be good at closing this out. Goodra. Yeah, I feel like we just sack Goodra at this point. I think that's probably our play. So yeah, we'll just sack Goodra. He could very well be choice item of some sort. Not sure what move he's going to go for, but I think it's fine. We'll come in with Goodra, and we are going to get hit with a Flash Cannon. Okay, so he was predicting the Pheasantipity coming in. We actually do tank the Flash Cannon with Goodra, so Goodra not ready to die yet, ladies and gentlemen. Goodra is not ready to go just yet. So, you know what? Let's click that Draco Meteor one more time, Goodra, and see what happens. He goes for the Flash Cannon again. He's probably choice item. We do tank it with 7 HP. He gets the Steph drop. Goodra's going to go for the Draco Meteor. It does connect. It's enough to go ahead and knock the Jugulus out and knock him down to just one Pokemon. So Goodra absolutely refusing to die in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely putting on a clinic in this game, taking him down to just one Pokemon. And you know what? I think for that reason, okay, so the Dunsparce is in. He takes some Stealth Rock damage. We're at -2, ladies and gentlemen. I think we give Goodra the opportunity to go for one more KO. Let's do it, Goodra. Draco Meteor one more time for us. We do outspeed. We connect with one final Draco Meteor. It is not enough thanks to the drop to take this thing out, unfortunately. He goes for a Shadow Ball in return. I think Goodra's time might be up. Yep, so we do get taken down with the Shadow Ball. I did give Goodra its chance, but Goodra absolutely carried that game, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite enough juice left in the tank to take this thing out, but that's okay. We have what we need in the back to do this thing, and I think we don't know. I think how do we want to do this is the question, and I think we're going to give the honors to Hitmonlee. I believe we're going to give the honors to Hitmonlee here. So any attack we go for with any of our Pokemon should be more than enough to take this thing out. But we're going to go ahead and click that close combat. Even burned should be more than enough to finish this thing out. And indeed it is. The Dunsparce goes down, and that is game. So we are going to win that one. 4-0 against Cody. Pretty massive victory for us there. The biggest we've had all season, honestly. And that went better than I could have possibly expected, ladies and gentlemen. That was a clinic. Goodra, I hated to see it drop at the end of the game, but Goodra absolutely carried that game. Hitmonlee put in a lot of work as well, and yeah, it was just it was an incredible turn of events. It really was. So. But yeah, that is awesome. So, big 4-0 victory there for us. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia Pidgeys are going to advance to, for the first time this season, a winning record of 4-3. So, I am really happy about that. This was, I'm not going to lie to you folks, this was probably the most important game we had this season. And so we really needed this victory, and we really, really needed this victory. So very happy that we could snag this victory. Goodra, the captain, coming through for us when we needed it most, and really just put this game on its back, and it was a thing of beauty. So yeah, but super pumped up about that, ladies and gentlemen. But that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching again, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.